what? Ladies and gents, if you're watching this right now, obviously next to me is Desiree or Desiree. In South Africa,
Desiree.
is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, that's how I pronounce it. But I mean, people are free to pronounce it the way they want to pronounce it. But that's how I pronounce it.
Yo, man, first time on the show. We're happy to have you here. I had a pleasure to listen to your 2-hour show today, and I'm like, damn, Desiree can khoy, she can khoy some dope stuff. But yeah, welcome to the show. For those that may not know who Desiree is, who is Desiree?
Desiree is a lover of music first and foremost, lover of house music, electronic music, hailing from a township called Ivory Park in Midrand. I don't know if you know it.
What park?
Pardon?
What park in Midrand?
Ivory Park. It's not far from Tembisa. It's not far from Tembisa, which is where Shimza's from. But yeah, that's where I hail from, and I'm a DJ, and I'm a producer, but you guys don't know that yet.
Now I know what's going on here. This is why you're both, because you're from the same area as Shimza.
No, it's not that. It's just that I play a similar style of music. So that's the only reason. It's not because I'm from Tembisa. There's many DJs from Tembisa.
Yeah.
It's because I play a similar style. That's all.
I'm just messing with you. I'm familiar with Ivory Park actually. But yeah, man, I've been following you, what you've been doing, but just from like a social media front. Oh yeah, so today we are here because of like the Valentine's There's No Wrong Way to Tour event by DJ Shimza, and you were booked to play. The first one is in Pretoria. We're at the Beer Emporium in central Pretoria. Tell me a bit about like the event, like how do you fit in the picture?
No, I mean, look, it's amazing, any event that is focusing on house music for me is amazing, because there's not many events like that, I'm a lover of house music, and I love to go to an event and be taken on a journey, whether it's from deep soulful house to like Afro-tech, and that's exactly what we had today. We had Cat La Cat, which is amazing. I'm a big fan of him. Trancemicsoul, and then me, and then Shimza, so it was really like a build up of house music, but in different genres, So I really, really appreciate that about this event, and I'm very, very grateful to be here and to be given this platform. And yeah, like I really, really enjoyed my set. I hope you enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
Did you see me in front dancing?
I did.
So I was in front dancing to your set because I love, your set, and I love house music, obviously. That's why we're here. But now, going back to you, Desiree, and like I said earlier on, I follow you, and I noticed that you're going international. What are you doing internationally?
I'm playing a couple of shows internationally, that's all.
Let's dig into those shows. Like, where you playing at, and how's the vibe out there?
Well, like in the past European summer, I played at Watergate. I think Hyena was on the lineup, and Superflu, which I'm a big fan of. Then I played in Paris, and I opened for Black Coffee. And then I played in Ibiza, also open for Black Coffee, and then I played in the UK at Lost Village Festival, which for me was my highlight for my European tour. That was amazing. The crowd was very open-minded, Anything that I threw at them, they absolutely loved, which for me that is the ideal crowd, as a DJ. But yeah, and then I have a couple of international shows coming up. One in Cancun in Mexico.
Yeah.
And
whoa.
And then another one in India. I don't think it's announced though, but yeah, just know.
Exclusive.
Yeah, soon in India, and yeah, I'm just really grateful, to be doing what I love all over also just spreading like South African house music in other countries. You know, I think, in my opinion, we are the number one house music nation, and it's amazing to be able to show other people that, you know. Yeah.
I agree with you. The other day on social media, you posted that you're looking for a petty vocalist. What's that about?
Well, I did say that I am producing my own music. Like, I'm working on a project, and for me, it's really important to showcase my language because I'm petty.
Oh, dope.
So it's really important to showcase my language because I feel like in the house music scene, my language is not really represented. You know. Nothing against like Xhosa or Zulu. I mean, I absolutely love vocalists who sing in those languages, but I think it's also important to showcase other languages. And not just Pedi, even just languages from Limpopo, you know, like Tonga, Venda, you know. So I'm on the search. I'm yet to find a vocalist that sings in Pedi. I'm yet to find it. It seems to be difficult, you know. But I'm sure I'll find someone to just, you know, tie together my production and make it an ideal song. Yeah.
I'll hook you up, and you know, I know it's about you, but I've got actually like an Afro-tech song coming out soon.
Oh, amazing.
It's called Bakoni.
Amazing.
Because I'm half petty, you know.
Amazing.
But it's not about me, But, you know, I'll hook you up. There's a lot actually. Because I've been like doing that, like, you know, looking for like vocalists in like, that are not Zulu or Xhosa. They're not Nguni, you know.
Yeah.
And again, disclaimer, not to say that there's anything wrong, just to add a little bit of flavor, you know. But anyway, let's go back to the interview with Desiree. So, I feel like you commented on this issue of like, you know, people are saying that, you know, like, if you want to be a DJ, you need to be sexy and strut your stuff. And you responded with the video where you're like fully clothed. And my question really is like, the DJing culture. We are seeing now in South Africa where it's like we're seeing a lot of like young women who are expressing themselves with their bodies, who are expressing themselves with like their personalities, and it's like some people are saying, do you need to be sexy to be a DJ?
No, you don't need to be sexy to be a DJ, but if you are sexy and you can't help it, like, what must you do? Like, you can be sexy, and when you're playing in front of a crowd, it's not that you're actively trying to be sexy. That's just who you are, you know? So I think it's a bit unfair for people to sort of put women's sexiness against them. I mean, if you're a woman and you're beautiful, like, that's how it is, you know? But that does not necessarily mean that you're not a great DJ, you know? And you didn't choose to be that way. You didn't choose to be sexy and beautiful, you know? And I just think it's a bit unfair for people to sort of talk down on women who have sex appeal, you know? But no, I don't think you need to be sexy to be a DJ, but I do think that for women, sex appeal is something that people sort of look to, unfortunately, you know? Which is a bit sad because there's many DJs out there who are women and they're absolutely amazing, but maybe they may not necessarily have that sex appeal that society looks to, you know. But yeah, I just think it's a bit unfair, you know. I think it's a bit unfair. Like, give women a break. Like, if your mixing is on point, your track selection is on point, why should you mention that a person is sexy?
I hear you, but I mean, you for instance, you look like a model.
But I mean, maybe a model, but...
Are you a model?
No, I'm not going to answer that. Why should I answer that right now? The focal point is me being a DJ, you know? And I think I'm a decent DJ, you know? I'm not saying I'm the best.
No, I'll vouch for you. You're a fucking hot DJ.
Thank you, you know, but I'm personally not saying I'm the best, but I am a DJ. I love what I do. I take what I do very seriously, you know, and I don't want my looks to come in between that, you know. And I think as women, it's very quickly it can turn into a conversation of your looks. Even though you're an amazing DJ, it can turn into your looks. Why isn't that the same for men?
And I agree, and I feel the same. I feel like men, we're not criticized the same way as like women.
No, of course not.
And it can be unfair. It can be unfair. Yeah. And I had to ask you that question because you are, and that whole controversy is like in the Mapiano type of scene, but you're in a different place. You are in a male-dominated space.
Even the Amapiano space is still very much male-dominated. You have your Devon Gogos, you have your Uncle Waffles, but like predominantly it's a male-dominated space. DJing is a male-dominated space in general,
But how did you crack in? Because like especially Afro tech, Afro house, deep tech, like how did you get in there? Because we all know, that's where men kind of like thrive. But here you came and you were able to penetrate through that. And my question is like, what advice would you give to like young girls? Okay, let me not say young, but like women out there that want to be like Afro tech or tech DJs and also be successful as you?
Just be yourself, Like I play what I like, Sometimes it might not necessarily be what the crowd is used to, but I play what I like. I'm myself, and I think it's working. I don't know, but I think it's working. I'm just myself. I play what I like. I'm a DJ. I read the crowd, but based on what I like, what I have on my stick. I'm not playing what people want to hear. I play what I like. Just be yourself. Don't try to be like someone else. Embrace your personality and also go to other people's shows, observe what other DJs are doing, observe what DJs that you look up to are doing, how they're mixing their songs, their track selection, how they're building their playlists, I've learned from a lot of DJs just from watching. I used to go out a lot, and that's the reason why I fell in love with house music, I used to go to Da Capo's shows all the time, when I was in university, and I would observe him and how he mixes and his track selection. So also learn from other DJs, don't just stay in your bubble. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is to just be yourself. And I think I'm doing that, I hope. Yeah.
You are doing that. Lastly, you tweeted recently that you are on a social media dating site.
I'm on a social media what?
Dating site. and someone said to you like, yo, aren't you the girl from Kunya?
Yeah.
So my question really is like, socializing and being yourself, how are you balancing between being Desiree and being like Desiree from home?
I mean, obviously it's becoming more and more difficult to sort of separate the two. Yeah. And it's very important for me to separate the two, but what can I say? At the end of the day, I'm a human being, so like I need like interaction, relationships with other human beings, and that's why I'm on that dating app. But I don't think you would have asked this question to another man.
No, I would have. If a man would have posted it and said, yo, I'm struggling or whatever on social media, I would have, because I do my research.
Yeah,
but hang on. Do you feel like I'm being biased with my questioning?
I do think that your questioning is a bit like orientated towards like a female perspective, and I don't question me as a DJ and not as a woman.
No, but I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, like, because at the end of the day, you are a human being. Yeah. And my questioning is based around you as a DJ, obviously, but also as a person. Because
of course.
You're a person at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that's how I ask my questions. But I'm sorry you feel that way, because like that's not my intention at all.
Yeah, no, I mean, I also, it's my fault also. I did put that on Twitter, So
you know what I mean?
I did put that on Twitter. Yeah, but I mean, I'm a human being, At the end of the day, I want companionship. I want relations with other human beings. But my focal point is me being a DJ, me being a musician, and that's my passion, and that's what I want to work on. Like, that's my life.
Yeah. Ladies and gents, Desiree, and I just want to put it out there that like, if you check these interviews, I ask everybody about everything that's out there. You know, I'm not gonna come for you. I don't target anybody, but I think that it's important now because the conversation right now, and that's what we need to address. The conversation right now is that, like, you know, like DJs that are women,
Yeah.
they are being criticized a lot, and for me, we have a platform, and I just want to address those issues.
Yeah,
Otherwise, they're not gonna go away.
I just think that people need to stop viewing the world from a patriarchal perspective. Like, you know, just let women do their thing. If someone is amazing at mixing and track selection, like, why are you looking at their looks? They can't help but to look the way they look. Like, that's just how they're born, you know? So give them a break. Give women a break, like, you know.
And also,
I'm trying to break into a male-dominated industry. You know, it's not easy, but the women that you're seeing at the forefront, they badass. You know, they're amazing. You know, so please put some respect on their names.
But just to play the devil's advocate a bit there, I think the conversation is the technicality. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, we're out of time, so we need to be out as keys. But I think what a lot of people are saying is that, like, it's cool, but if you can't beat match, for example, you know, if you can't transition, you know, seamlessly, it's like, it's a problem.
Of course.
And what a lot of people are saying is that, like, you know, some girls, they struggle with that. And I understand, and it's always a thing on my platform. People are saying, you know, and that's why I had to ask you, not that, like, I'm targeting you. And also, by the way, I want to put it out there that, like, it becomes, you know, like, when you're a guy, you're a DJ, and you play like a terrible set, guys are gonna come to you and tell you, like, yo, man, you suck. What the hell was that?
Yeah.
But what I noticed today, because of, like, social media, is like it becomes difficult for people to criticize ladies, because if you criticize a lady, even if it's like based on merit, it's like, oh, you're a hater. And I think that's where people are stuck. It's like, how do you then be at a point where you're like, okay, cool, it's criticism, but it comes from a good place.
Listen, if you're a DJ and you can't beat match, then you're a bad DJ, you know. But also, DJing is not all about beat matching. DJ is also about track selection, okay? So you can be an amazing beat matcher, but if your track selection sucks, you're not a great DJ. You're boring, you know? So I think you need to assess DJs on those two things. Also, stage presence is a big thing. You can be beat matching seamlessly and be having an amazing track selection, but if you're boring and you look boring, then you're not an amazing DJ, you know. So for me, it's really those three things, you know. And some DJs are excellent at one thing, some DJs are excellent at two things, but no one is perfect, you know. And we all have our off days. Even your biggest DJs on the planet have their off days. There are big DJs that play horses once in a while, you know. So I think it's just a bit unfair. Like, women are not allowed to make mistakes, you know. Women are not allowed to make mistakes. The moment they make mistakes, it's like viewed from a microscopic level. And no, like, give women a break. You know that your favorite DJs have played horses once in a while. Like, it's normal, you know. Like, we're not computers, we're human beings, you know. So just give women a break. But yeah, obviously, if you're constantly playing a bad set, then yeah, you're not a great DJ. But I just think that people need to give women more of a break. That's all. I think people are not giving women a break.
I agree, and with that, thank you so much, and we can't wait for your music to come out. How can people get hold of you?
You can follow me on social media, Desiree_RSA. Yeah, and if you want to book me, bookings at jetblack.co.za.
Hey now. Okay, guys, thank you so much. We are Danko.